Welcome aboard everyone, Simon here from the Wells of Wall Street, catching up on the charts quickly. VRA has had an absolute stonker today. Let's take a look quickly at what we have done in terms of price range increase from the opening this morning. We have had a 34% increase today in growth. We've already had, can you believe it, a very quick retracement down. This is something that you always need to try and keep an eye on throughout the charts and throughout the day. And it's such a difficult thing to do. You know, as you guys are probably like me, where we work all day, we only have maybe some evenings to keep an eye on it. And that's why obviously we rely on notifications and things coming through, or certainly do set reminders on your exchanges for potential warnings of prices. And even better, something to do is to obtain the strategy of putting in limit orders for both buying and selling. So right now, guys, obviously at this top point here at 0.058, we can actually confirm a couple of things. We have had the new all-time high for Veracity today. We have had the profit taking as we anticipated at this top line. If you remember a few videos back discussing that we would see a reduction when we hit this point. Of course, that entails people who missed out on the original pumping up here on a couple of occasions. Of course, we haven't seen these numbers since around mid-April. That is phenomenal, guys. So we're now 6 months ahead. We've had the hit of the all-time high, and just above it, we've already had the retracement. Guys, this is how quickly things move. Let me just show you this quickly. I drew this in about an hour ago in anticipation for tonight's video, and I put in this marker of a potential buy opportunity. Now, I'm not sure, because I haven't checked the 4 hourlies yet, whether we actually managed to drop back down there in the retracement or not. But certainly what I anticipate here now, as we obtain some good momentum in support over these 3 days here between the 5th and the 7th of October, this was kind of an intake of what we've mentioned, that when we see stability, we tend to start seeing a move upwards in a positive direction, especially if you see rejection at lower support levels. So that's what we've seen here. So I'm really intrigued over this next 24 hours, whether we close above this roughly this mark here of 0.049. You could argue that that is 5 cents on the nose. It's going to be very interesting, even by the time I put this on live for you guys to watch. It may even drop back down to there. So that's why we put this potential buy opportunity slightly above the 5 cent mark, hitting that around 5.1 cents. But I've also got one down here at 0.048. Now, what I tend to do is I never go for rounded numbers. I always go for just above it or just below it, because you'll start to see some resistance, penetrating this 5 cent mark. So really important, if you are maybe perhaps day trading or on 4 hourly charts, that is something to look into and take advantage of on the up and down in today and tomorrow's aspect. But of course, for those a bit longer term like myself, that's not going to be a gigantic difference in terms of accumulation if you are selling at that top period earlier today. But I have put some slightly lower ones. We're keeping in the previous buy opportunities down here, which we hit a while back, perhaps a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. But I am keeping in mind this lower level here around sort of 4.6, 4.7 cents, and slightly lower at the 0.041 mark. That's not saying that we'll definitely come back to this level, but I'm just anticipating, especially this one here at 0.046. If we get a rejection at this level here of support of 5 cents, we could argue that there might be a battle going on here. We might come back down here and bounce back off. So this is not the end of Veracity. We've had a fantastic climb up over these last few days. In fact, let's just recognize how much that has been. So let's take this position here from the 29th of September. The low that we had around 0.0255. So we have had a fantastic run of 130%, guys. What's this? 10 days? That is sensational growth, and I'm really impressed with that. Veracity is a fantastic project. As you know, we cover it a multitude of times. But guys, let's not get too carried away just yet. There's plenty of opportunity still in this day, I believe, in terms of potential buy opportunity. And could we go and attack this level again? It'd be very interesting, and I certainly believe once we get back to these levels where people have missed out on the potential selling opportunity, they're going to start buying back in once they've had these hit points, because they probably know that once we get to this support line again, there's going to be some resistance here and pushing up, because I think there's a lot of volume certainly today going into Veracity. Here we go, for example, 52.96 million. I believe that's the asset, not monetary value. I have to double check that, but that is absolutely fantastic to see. So guys, keep an eye on this over the next 48 hours. I'm going to do a video either later today or tomorrow, but I just wanted to throw this one out to you guys. Couple of other observations. We're obviously still in the bull market here, confirmed on the MACD, and the volume's kicking in. I don't think it's over just yet. The RSI has got to a great number here of around 74. This is usually good a buy opportunity if you did buy back down in these areas, because on a 14-day chart especially, you can see that two-week gain quite nicely in this kind of format of data. However, if you have missed that, of course, there is an opportunity to potentially sell here because you are still making profit on that previous mark. But I think there's still room in the tank here. I think we may see some stability over the next couple of days, and even maybe another shoot up to try and test this level up here at 0.064. But I do believe, as per usual, we may potentially see a resistance level around that 6 cent mark. So I'm just going to draw that in so we have a level to consider. If you have missed these sell opportunities and you're thinking, actually, I think I'll just wait for the next levels. One opportunity around these areas could potentially be just over that 6 cent mark to maybe 0.062, and just slightly under it as well to hit those ones that, just in case there is rejection at this level. We're not too far off it today, and you can see actually we pinpointed that area there at 0.057. So I do anticipate that could be another area of resistance again to hit another buy opportunity. And I'm just going to change those lines there to more of a pinky color, so that indicates potentially a sell opportunity. And when I mean by selling, of course, if you're day trading, you're looking at on and offs all day, of course, you guys know what you're doing, but I'm thinking more of a longer term approach here in history. If you are buying down at these levels, as we said, these are great opportunities to buy down here now. These are great opportunities to sell. Can you imagine buying down at this level? And let's say we get back up to this sort of 6 cents level, 142% gains. Absolutely phenomenal. Take profits along the way, guys. Take the opportunity on the way down if that is your game as well, in various stages, in incremental values, similarly to what you did on the way up. And guys, that's a great way to accumulate without having to put capital of your own money in. Not financial advice, just opinion based on what I am doing personally and what Steve is doing with his Veracity bags as well. Personally, I have missed this opportunity today. I was gutted that I only saw the notification late. I actually saw it when it was around here, and I said, do you know what? I'm going to wait till it gets just slightly nearer the all-time high. But of course, work took over and I've missed that. So it is what it is. But I'm waiting again just to see if we can hit that resistance level. I'm certainly interested in this 0.057 mark kind of area, and pushing up to that near 6 cent mark, because I do think that's going to be another big tester. We've had a great gain here. Could we see a retracement? That's absolutely possible. And in fact, I'm just going to move this one, as that's probably going to be one of the lower options. I'm just going to move one of these previous ones so I don't have to keep drawing boxes everywhere. But I could anticipate something around this area here at 0.037 on a potential retracement if we do have one, before a massive kick in to even more price discovery mode. But this is bullish, guys. The MACD is widening, so it's going to be a long shot to come back down to these areas just yet, but I always anticipate any options available to me to gain more veracity, because this project is a diamond in the making. Guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you bullish on Veracity? Because I certainly am, and hopefully we'll see you and Veracity on the moon. Take care, and we'll speak to you very soon.